what you been up to? What you been fucking researching and shit?
I feel like I'm in a rabbit hole that'll never end, but I figure it might be a good time to talk about it now.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Well, we've all known about, well, I guess all of us that are in the know and that pay attention to shit that comes around. But we all saw, for the most part, that insane fucking bill, because we talked about it on a few episodes ago, that Congress passed that bill to get that kill switch into cars that are going to start being made that after new cars made after 2027, all of these vehicles sold in the U.S. will have to have this kill switch function in it. What they say is like, well, it's meant to, prevent drunk driving, right? That's the basis of what they're trying to do. It's like, we're trying to prevent too many drunk drivers on the road. Now you get to the point of like, well, what makes the determination of the software to judge you based on what's going on, right? Now, Dustin, if you are getting into your vehicle and your child or Elaine or who, like even your pets, something tragic, drastic, something crazy is going on, and you have to rush out of your fucking driveway to go to the emergency room, whether or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You are distraught. You are fucking panicking. You're trying to, all right, I gotta get them in the vehicle. I gotta get in. I gotta start it. I gotta get the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the software going to read that as? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things of like, what qualifications does this put in this software? Who's making this determination of like, what qualifies as okay to drive? What if I'm just fucking tired?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm getting in there, I'm just like, because I had a late night, I got to wake the fuck up early. So I'm going to get in right now. I'm going to be droopy eyed because I'm fucking tired. Is the software going to register that I'm fucking drunk or high because I'm just tired? Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Or what if I got like a little bit of a cold and I need to go pick up some cold meds? And again, I might have some red puffy eyes from allergies. Is the software going to register as me being drunk or something like that? It won't let me get in my vehicle to go get some medicine?
At what point are they just going to put breathalyzers in everyone's vehicles? You know what I mean?
Like, at what point is crime prevention of, like we're trying to prevent this type of crime? At what point do you get at this crime prevention to just blatant government tyranny overreach? Like, at what point is that line gone? Because you can't keep doing all this bullshit under the guise of public safety.
I agree.
So, Section 24220 of the 2021. Now, people are going to be like, well, this was a Biden thing. I don't care. 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law. So this was something that was put into a pork bill, right? This Section 24220 of the 2021 infrastructure bill requires advanced drunk and impaired driving prevention technology as standard equipment in all new passenger motor vehicles, right? So what the law says and requires, referred to as the kill switch, okay, directs the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, to issue a federal motor vehicle safety standard, FMVSS, requiring new passenger vehicles to include technology that passively monitors driver performance to accurately identify impairment, which means it's going to keep monitoring while you're driving, even if you start the vehicle.
Yeah.
Via cameras, sensors for steering, lane keeping, eye movement, or other behaviors. Passively detects blood alcohol concentration. How?
Is it reading the ambient air?
I don't know. It does. It just says that all this is saying is that it's going to require passenger vehicles to include technology. It's not stating what that technology is, though.
That sounds like an ambient breathalyzer.
Almost, or they're going to actually require one of those breathalyzers that gets installed in your vehicle when you get a DUI. You know what I mean? And prevents or limits vehicle operation if impairment is detected. Again, what does that mean? What kind of impairment are we talking about, and what dictates what impairment means in what situation?
Yeah. Look, and I'm going to say it like this. How many times have you been driving down the road and you see someone eating a cheeseburger and they're kind of like swerving on the road? Or you see women in the morning putting on makeup and they've got the visor down and they're doing their makeup and that's all that they're paying attention to.
You're reminding me of Jeff Foxworthy. Mastering putting on your makeup with your non-smoking hand while driving with your knee.
Yeah, like seriously, like they're trying to push all this other bullshit down, but number one, this shit's all unconstitutional. Number two is, what are they going to expand it into that? Like, if the Tesla or whatever, it doesn't see your face, look in a certain direction all the time. Like, what if you're cross-eyed and you drive like this and you're like looking over? Like, that's how you fucking see. Like, are you even going to be able to start your vehicle?
I remember going to a school with a kid who had, like, you know, one of those cross-eyed impairments. Like, he could see perfectly fine, but you know, his eye alignment was off, right?
Yeah.
But the eye that you thought was the right one was not the right one. You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad it was. So, but again, like, how is this technology even going to remotely understand how to deviate in anything? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
So as of right now, because when it first passed, it was actually supposed to take part after this year. It's delayed right now. Guess who was one of the original ones to try to get this ripped out?
Thomas Massey.
Oh my God. Just the worst congressman you ever heard of, right?
Yeah.
Him and others tried.
Fuck that pie cone.
Yeah, right. So now, given that this act in 2021 was passed, right? So it's like, well, it was passed by Biden and the Democrats. Fair. That doesn't make it right, obviously. What Thomas Massey did, okay, was, since it was supposed to go into effect this year, like I said, he put in a bill to completely strip all of the funding coming from the government to these manufacturers for this specific thing. So it's like, it wasn't like, you know, he was trying to kill the initial act because it already passed. You can't do that.
Yeah.
He was trying to put in a bill to strip all the funding, which is obviously 100% what he could do. And guess what? It failed because 57 Republicans that are supposed to be quote unquote minimal government and, you know, keep all your rights and all that shit, they voted no in favor of defunding the effort. Why? Because it was Thomas Massey that did it.
This shit's fucking crazy to me, bro.
So, the legislative origins is from the HALT, Drunk Driving Act. The provision is formally known as honoring Abbas family legacy to terminate HALT drunk driving, right? So here we go to the technology, right? Core connected technologies and their origins, right? This is what I found. The DADSS, whatever you want to call it, Driver Alcohol Detection System for Safety, the primary BAC focused technology, right? This is where they're trying to get the whole, what you're talking about, sensor to figure out, you know, if they have a blood alcohol level, right?
Yeah.
So the original public-private partnership launched in 2008, right? NHTSA and the ACTS, Automotive Coalition for Traffic Safety. The goal was to develop non-invasive passive vehicle integrated systems to end alcohol impaired driving inspired by public-private success like GPS internet. Again, on the surface, why not, right? But nothing is what it seems on surface, don't we know it? Breath-based system uses infrared spectroscopy developed and refined by Senior Air Base and Swedish sensor company with partners. Okay. As we keep going down here, got the touch-based system, tissue spectroscopy via infrared light through fingertip palm with Sensolite Technologies, German laser tech, measures blood alcohol content under skin, aimed at integration into steering wheel, start button, or gear shift. They want to measure your blood alcohol content through your skin.
So what happens if okay, think about COVID. Everyone was using what's that
Hand
shit called?
sanitizer.
Or whatever. Yeah. And that's got a super high alcohol content. So it's obviously going to read that.
Or think about women when they go to the nail salon and they got, the remover or whatever like that, stuff like that. It's got alcohol in that. You know what I mean? Trials, real world testing via Driven to Protect Virginia. First in 2018 expanded partnership with fleets like Schneider, James River Transportation, Harvard, McLean Hospital controlled tests, right? Connection to the bill 220 explicitly referenced in law reports provides foundational R&D, NHTSA annual reports to Congress for detailed progress. Next little bit of technology here is the DMS, driver monitoring systems, camera-based performance monitoring, right? So this is basically what we were talking about, just cameras everywhere, right? Like a Tesla, but on steroids. So evolved from Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, ADAS. You've heard of that, I'm pretty sure. For level 2 automation, hands-on wheels detection, lane keeping. Interior-facing infrared cameras for eye-head tracking became common in 2018. Again, like I said, some of them have had some of these things before, and I've seen them advertised as like teen driver options, right? Make sure your teen driver isn't distracted, right? It's for drowsiness, distraction. You see it on Subaru, Volvo, monitoring intoxication, distraction signs via eye movement, gaze, and facial features, right? How it works combines cameras, IR for low light, steering, torque, lane position sensors, AI to infer impairment, erratic behavior, slow reactions, etc. Can trigger warnings, speed limits, or safe stops. That to me right there is a recipe for disaster and to possibly cause more accidents on the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if this is how I'm interpreting, right? AI to infer impairment and can trigger warnings, speed limits, or safe stops, meaning the car will take control. What in what world should we let a computer take control of your car because it thinks it should?
Oh, yeah.
Going back to here, the broader ecosystem, EU mandates DMS in new vehicles from 2024. So the EU is already doing this. U.S. automakers integrating for NCAP, IIH ratings. NHTSA sees potential synergy with alcohol detection, but notes most current DMS target drowsiness, inattention, not precise blood alcohol content. They're really harping on blood alcohol content.
Yeah.
Key details from the rule and law and rulemaking. The mandate applies to passenger motor vehicles, which generally covers cars, SUVs, vans, and light trucks under 10,000 pounds. Intended for passenger use. It does not broadly apply to heavy commercial trucks, buses, motorcycles, and or other vehicles classes outside this definition. Nationwide applicability as a federal FMVSS issued by the NHTSA under the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act. It applies to all new passenger vehicles sold or offered for sale in the U.S., regardless of where they are manufactured. So this isn't just U.S. manufacturers, right? So even stuff that's made in Japan or Germany or whatever and then shipped over here, they have to put it in their vehicles as well.